You know what? Let's do a room tour. Why not, right? Sure, you're probably curious, I guess. I know I always am when I watch these videos, see people's spaces and what they have, and that's cool. As you walk in the garage, and it's, by the way, where I spend most of my time, you're going to first see this, which is my little mini display. These are the sets that have made the cut over the years. The Black Pearl up there from, gosh, from so many years ago. He's still sitting up there. The Slave one from Boba Fett, the UCS one, that's still there because I love Mandalorians and Boba Fett. He's like my favorite character. The Ghostbusters Firehouse, even though I'm not a huge Ghostbusters fan, the Firehouse is such a great build. And of course, I have the car and I have all the guys. I have the rest of the minifigures stored away someplace. I dig these guys out, make a display with them. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man you see right back there is not Lego. He is Playmobil, but he fits so well in the display. He is like the only non-Lego mixed in here. So I figured, you know what? We'll make an exception in his case. Just that's an old down next shelf we got an old Avengers tower like from like 2014 I think. A Millennium Falcon. That's one of the older ones. I'm missing the top little dish that goes on top of it. I lost it. Like a medium bill for another slave one. I'm obsessed with Boba Fett. So down here is probably the crown jewel of the collection, which is the Brickmania PT-109. Again, this is it's all Lego parts. This thing was God, it was so much money, but it was worth it. I love it. It has a detailed interior, and I will do another video at some point to show you all that. Down there is my original Galaxy Explorer from 1979. True story though, not from my childhood. I wanted it so bad as a little kid, but we couldn't afford it. And when I was an adult, it was one of the when I first discovered Bricklink like many years ago. It's one of the first buys I made on Bricklink, and I hunted down a seller in Spain and bought it and paid for the shipping. You don't even want to know what I paid for this thing back then. It was ridiculous. It's only like 300 pieces, but I paid like almost $300 for it. I know I did, but I had to have it. And I've been slowly finding these moon base plates over the years at different places. If I see one, I pick it up. I have some other base plates underneath that for the old classic space, and I'm going to be. I have all the rest of the components for the Galaxy Explorer, and I have that piece over here is from my collection from as a kid. My parents did get me a smaller classic space set that had that element in there, so I'm going to build around that and try to recreate some of those classic space sets in the future. And I'm moving, stepping back a little bit. You're moving over into the used brick space. Everything over here you're going to see is used stuff that I build with. These are parts that I've just collected over the years, and I sort of have them in these containers. These containers are great because they were $1. Like, can you believe this? These nice they have a nice clasp on it, keep them sealed. $1 at Target. About I got like years ago. I bought these when I was doing my Bricklink store, and they work great. And I have the bigger ones up here. These bigger ones were like I think 250 at the time. I'm afraid to even know what they cost today. Anyways, so lots of parts to build with. I don't post a lot of my builds because I just build stuff for fun of it, take them down. But I'm gonna start documenting it more, just mainly for me. Over here is what's left of the Bricklink store. Speaking of which, this thing was I ran the Bricklink store for a while. I was leasing a space for a while, a few years, but then they changed owners, and the new owner came along and just jacked the lease, and I was like, all right, forget this. I'll just take it home. So I started purging out a lot of the inventory because I couldn't make it all fit in my garage, and my garage was stacked full of Lego for like 2 years. I was slowly purging that stuff out. That's not Lego. That's just miniature wargaming stuff. But anyways, that's a whole other story in the Bricklink store for another time. Over here, this is just how old I am. I'll be honest with you. I still have, I'm still playing my CDs, from back in the day, of all my heavy metal bands from back when a long time ago. That's just miniature wargaming stuff. Marvel Crisis Protocol. It's a good miniature game if you're ever into that. My old iMac from 15 years, it still works. It's just that I can only keep it around. I had my music on it and, that kind of thing. Up here is just a mismatch of stuff that I don't even know what to do with anymore. I don't know why that beef jerky is there. I don't know. I guess it's emergency food in case I get hungry. I don't know. I recently discovered that little thing, or these Funko Pop itty bitty things they were selling. I look kind of neat. I grabbed it. Just an old printer. And then I use most of my stuff on this old HP laptop, just about 5 years old. Not the most powerful thing, but it does the job for basic computing. I'll buy a better one eventually. So coming over this way, then we're going to move over to this entire wall is dedicated to all the miniature wargaming that I was doing and still do. Great hobby. I enjoyed it. So I kind of took a small break from Lego for about 3 years and did more miniature wargaming and had a great time with it. This is all miniature wargaming down in here, down in there, and all the stuff down there for other things, and then over there as well, some of the armies. Everything in those drawers is miniature wargaming oriented. A lot of it's painted. I should probably take it out one day and do something more with it, but we just finished up a game of Song of Fire and Ice, the miniatures game, and that was a lot of fun. And then moving this way are all the sealed sets, a little bit of terrain over there, and then we have all of our sealed stuff up here. We have a lot. This is what's left over from the Bricklink store. I didn't, some of these sets I just couldn't bring myself to sell. Some I've picked up since I got out of the Bricklink store. The Mandalorian, I don't know why I'm obsessed with this. That TV show is great, and I love Mandalorians and Boba Fett, so anything with that, I'm always picking up. These are all of the, let's go this way. So this is all sealed sets over here, like I said before. A fun store on those Optimus Primes, I'll tell you later. This one here, I'll probably never build, the moon landing. I just can't bring myself to open it up now. The Joker Lowrider, which was, oh my gosh, this is one of the greatest Joker vehicles like they ever did. That and the Joker Steamroller, which I'll show you in a minute. Just awesome stuff. I have 3 of these blacksmith shops. I actually have 5 of them. 2 of them are in the closet, which I have to dig out yet. Just the old 10th anniversary town square. That's an old X-Men set from 2013. A lot of the stuff is just older stuff that I just couldn't part with for some reason. I probably never build them, but I just cannot get rid of them. This stuff here, again, I can't get rid of this stuff. I mean, maybe I could get rid of the Silent Mary at some point, but most of the stuff on the shelf here, the Beatles, I can't get rid of that. Another Ghostbusters. Yeah, I have another Ecto-1 still sealed. And the Beatles and some of these city stuff I probably could part with. It just, the Exo suit. Oh, that's a great one too from about 12, 13 years ago. Has 2 of the green classic space guys in it. So I'm keeping that. So moving up this way, we're moving over now towards, and this shelf here is just all the sets I'm still building that this is really shameful to say, but that Hobbit set is from like 2012, 2013. It's open and I still have not built the thing. I know it is absolutely unacceptable, and I'm going to change that. Right now, I'm working on the Galaxy Explorer. I'm loaded. I know I've had these sets for about 3 years now, and finally started building it this summer. And I get sidetracked so easily. And over here are the parts for, I found on eBay a seller. I bought all the blacksmith shop from him, a used one. All the parts are in those bags, and I have to go ahead and put that together at some point. And coming down here, just these were promos from years ago, these little cavemen. And I love prehistoric stuff, so I grabbed them. And over here this is from 2012 from Toys R Us. They used to do these exclusive miniature or minifigures, and I picked these guys up because they were so neat. Like down here, you can see you got like a Roman Batman and this wizard Batman, which was really, really cool. And I always meant to get them open, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. And here, I can't do it now. They're just so awesome. It displays so well in the box. I just gotta keep them. Just some friends sets back there. Those will be resold eventually. The Lego Movie, that's not being resold. That's classic space stuff. As a pink classic space guy in there, and a yellow guy. I got to keep that. And of course, the UCS Sandcrawler from, oh gosh, that was about 2013, 2014, I guess. Yeah, I can't get rid of it. I just can't do it. Down there's a sealed Lord Hobbit set. It's still sealed. It just has a rip in it. And of course I have the Doctor Strange, the not the big Sanctum, but the smaller Sanctum set. Down on this shelf down here, you got a lot of used sets like Joker Lands down there. I've got my Christmas train. So they're all in these bins. I just have to go dig them out. Coming down this way, these are all parts from my childhood. They're all in there. So a lot of vintage parts. I really have to go through and clean those and just kind of catalog those. In this box here is the Treehouse set, that big Treehouse set from a few years ago. My 9-volt Metroliner. Yes, I am this old. It's in there. And I have some more sets over there. Partial builds and that kind of thing. So yeah, just a lot of stuff. No doubt. Also, a bunch of the big base plates. That one, oh, that tan one, that is not a Lego. That is a knockoff. And I don't know why I have it in there. I have to get rid of that because I only want 100% Lego in here. I don't want any knockoff stuff. And then moving over this way, on the bottom here, we still have like again, more stuff I'm sorting through. This is a Lego set from 1979, the Exxon station, which I have to rebuild that and display that. It's all there. I just have to get it out. And again, a lot of sets down here are sets that they were taken apart, they were kept together, but they were in these bins, like Fort Legorados down there, and a few others that are kind of cool and vintage. And I got to get on that and work on that a little bit. And then kind of moving up, these are sets that survived the cut. When the great culling came about a few years ago, these are all the modulars that made it. I did not get rid of any of these guys, and I liked them. And I didn't buy, I kind of stopped buying modulars. I think it was right when they did the corner garage. And I liked the corner garage, but I felt at that point that the modulars, I just, wasn't feeling it anymore. The old fishing store, which is a great build, that is actually on a blue base plate. It should not be. Officially, that should be on a tan base plate. I moved it a number of years ago. I'm going to put it back on a tan base plate soon. Down there was all of my cattle I was collecting to do a cattle drive mock. And again, it's been sitting there for I don't know how many years. I got to get on that too. And I have so much stuff up here I have to go through of just random minifig stuff, vehicles, builds. Oh, there's the woolly mammoth. Yeah, I actually have like 7 or 8 of these guys. He's the one that's out, but the rest of them are still sealed in the bags and they're brand new. And I can't bring myself to open them because they're just worth so much money now. I don't know what to do. And coming down here, so we have all this that we talked about already. Did I miss anything over here? I don't think I did. The boneyard, we did do that one, I think, right? Yes, the boneyard is down here. These are all sets that at one time were together. There's an aqua set in there. There's actually there's a part of the Ewok village is still intact down there, hanging on for dear life. Hasn't been picked apart totally yet. Let's go back around this way. That little Hobbit set up there, I got that so long ago, and I can't bring myself to open it. God, I want to open it so bad because I want the minifigures out of it, but I can't do it. I can't bring myself to make that happen. So let's go back over this way. We did all that stuff. I'm pretty sure we covered everything here. Oh, coming up over here. Oh, some Indiana Jones stuff. Yeah, from 2008 is the actual stuff from that long ago. That's an old vehicle from the Lego movie, or not the Lego movie, the Lego Batman movie about, 2016, somewhere around there. I built this to show off some of my minifigures, just something to display them on. I have way more. I have way too many minifigures. They're all down here. They're all in these bins. I have like Castle guys from like 20 years ago. I have like just tons of them. So we talked about this already. And then down here was these old Viking ships from, oh gosh, I can't remember the year, but this was so long ago. I have to go out. I have all the parts for it and the sales. I have to go out and rebuild these and get it back to their former glory. Yeah. So this, and this, of course, that was a Mos Eisley. That was the cantina, one of the cantinas from like about 10 years ago, I think it was. So these sets have all survived the purge, and they're probably going to be staying for the long haul. Let's see, we came over here, and then one of the final places we're going is over here. This one is just for smaller things, like the Joker Steamroller, which is tied with the Lowrider for what I think is the greatest Lego Joker build ever vehicle. I would like to see a reboot of this set maybe at some point in the future, but we'll see if that happens. I have actually, true story, I have a bunch of these Lego Joker goons. Some of the construction guys, but some of the guys with the jackets with his Joker's face in the back. I have a bunch of those guys. I have to dig those out. We have a bunch of old Blaze plates and just Star Wars guys. I started digging them out of all these bins, and there's so many minifigures. I honestly can't even count them all. So I started getting some of them out and just putting them out here, just kind of see what I had to work with. I'll have to do a video on that at some time. Down here is my time shelf. This is the DeLorean from the Marty McFly, the Back to the Future set, sorry, from like 2013, I think it was. And that was the TARDIS and the Doctor Who stuff that came out a few years after that. I'm missing a TARDIS. I have to find him. He's here someplace. I have Clara, And I can't find, Doctor Who is buried somewheres in here. I'll have to dig him out one of these days and get him in there and finish that. These are all base plates. They're all Lego. I have like I said, I have a lot of base plates. When I was and these guys are the, over here. These over here are the knockoffs. I don't know where I got them from years ago, but I bought them and I try to get rid of them, but I just, yeah. I might even give those away because I don't want any non-Lego in here. I want it to be 100% Lego or as darn close as I possibly can get. So coming around here, we covered all this stuff there. We got all this stuff. I think we talked about pretty much everything. Oh, wait, there's one last thing. It's not a big deal, but if you go back here, yes, that is the original box for the Ewok Village circa 2013. It's the only box I kept. Empty box, I should say. And I don't know why I did. I just like the box art and just, I don't know. It's a really cool set. Actually, I'm sorry I took that apart. I wish I still had it up. So I probably should go ahead and at some point, I guess, rebuild that. So thanks for hanging in there as long. It's about 15 minutes in. I don't like to do a lot of talking, so I'm going to let it go at that. I know there's much bigger Lego rooms out there and ones with much better space. They're not like looking like this. Oh my God, that looks horrible. But this is the world that I live in, man. I'm a pretty simple guy, a straight shooter. And when I told you, when I was growing up, man, I built my little Legos on a little table in my basement with almost no lighting down there, dark, damp, and dingy. So to me, this might not seem it to most people a huge upgrade from those days, because at least I have some natural light back there, and it's in the garage, so it's on the first floor, so I'm not getting breathing in mold. I'm sure as a kid it's probably messed me up so bad. And anyways, thanks for sticking around, guys. I appreciate it. I might have been talking a little too fast in this because I'm not sure what to say, and I'm trying to get everything covered. So I'll see you. Bye.